Do you ever wish you had power? Like, real power? The power to have near total control over whatever organization you wished whilst remaining relatively within the law? If so, then a life in the politics of the machine may interest you. Machine politics can be called many things: clientelism, bossism, running the government like you'd run the mob, democratic dictatorships, but I like to refer to it simply as getting shit done. A political machine can most easily be described as a person or group abusing loopholes in a democratic system and swaying large, consistent voter bases to hold power for an impossibly long time. They may do this by outmaneuvering or outright controlling opposition, staffing various high offices with loyalists, and engaging in heavy populist rhetoric directed at the disenfranchised to get as many votes on their side as physically possible. Machines are also no stranger to underhanded tactics, such as bribery, voter fraud, and intimidation. Oftentimes, loyalty within the machine will be enforced through political or monetary incentives designed to keep everyone in line with the boss. All of this while operating within the bounds of pre-established governmental systems. These machines are generally headed by one charismatic and borderline authoritarian public face, whose word is law and who knows exactly what to say and do to keep people in line, who is backed up by a veritable legion of corrupted officials bribed into the support of this individual. Machines usually form during or after you have won a democratic election, when you naturally move towards consolidation of power. The first step is to control your underlings, with, of course, the easiest way to do so being through generous donations of juicy government contracts, special favors or promotions, or just a shitload of money up front. Machines are functionally institutionalized corruption, or the equivalent to a political pyramid scheme. This is easier to do with smaller cabals of elites who can control more stuff with fewer weak links. Once you can be sure that everyone in the government is on your payroll and isn't gonna fuck with your shit when you're gone, you can then move to put everyone else on your payroll too. Opposition parties have to exist, obviously, but there is no rule preventing a buddy of yours from running for leadership of said opposition. For everyone else, simply use your newfound political power to shift some things around to their liking. The important thing is consistently winning legally, and you do this by having good relations with as many voting blocks as physically possible. Law enforcement concerned that you are threatening democracy? Maybe an increased budget is in order for the cops, while some of the older judges can be persuaded to retire, replaced by some hand-selected individuals. Certain demographics being uppity? Maybe a nice talk with a group leader is in order. If they think you can help them, they will follow you to the ends of the earth. It's not bribery, you're simply providing greater benefits or rights to a downtrodden population. New immigrants are very useful in this role. Risking an election loss? Gerrymander the fuck out of everything possible so that you statistically cannot lose. Remember, this is all relatively legal if you bribe the right people. It's just a matter of pushing things slowly and seeing how far you can get. Once you are totally uncontested, win every election, and have the law on your side, feel free to run wild. Push through legislation, change things, or just get you and your friends rich. Who cares? You're essentially a king at this point. Congrats, you have successfully puppeted democracy. Here's the keys, try not to wreck the place. If all goes well, you will be handpicking future leaders long after you retire.